the bike.
To the show, it's the Packer Squad, talking all things green and gold. Give a round of applause. We break it down every game, every play, from Lambeau to the talks. You know we slay. Got the energy, electric vibes, always hype. Join the conversation. Come on, grab your mic. It's a podcast flow that keeps your heart in tune. Every touchdown, every fumble, we're the afternoon. Packer boys, we be bringing the heat. Live on YouTube, can't accept defeat. Subscribe, hit that bell, never miss a beat. Follow us on Facebook, it's the ultimate retreat.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Packer Boys. We got Eric jamming out in the corner.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty fucking well.
Hey, why is Kyle in that intro? Remove that. No, I'm just kidding.
But we might be getting closer to seeing Alexander deal happening.
Bro, he's at hotel.
Don't tell Kyle that.
Yeah. Believe me, he was already in the Daily Huddle crying about it.
He's on board with it, though, bro. I saw his post. I saw him.
Now he's on board with it.
Yeah, now he's on board with it. Yeah, no.
See, one thing about it, you know, these the rumor that goes around is like unreal. You know, it's like who really knows what's going on? This stuff is so blown up out of proportion. It's unreal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Alexander always wanted to be here. You know what I mean? He never wanted to leave. The Packers.
Kyle reminds me of one of those fat people that flip-flops on everything.
No, I know what it is. The fucking Packers love drama, man. They love drama. They crave drama, man. They do it with the Jenkins. They do it with Alexander. They did it with the fucking Bakhtiari. They did it with fucking Rodgers. You know, it's just they love drama. They do. It's just part of their game. Because they don't got an owner. They want to go cheap. They want to go try to get everything cheap as they can.
I mean, what about Jaden Reed? I mean, he can say all he wants that, like, oh, that was misconstrued. I don't believe a word that he says.
Well, what I got out of that deal is he got his new agent, Rosenhaus, and Rosenhaus wanted to come in there just to see where his guy is at, where he sits on the team, so he knows.
Well, I don't know how much it matters to Rosenhaus directly. Granted, I know he's the number one, he'll get more money. But I got a feeling that some of that came from Reed speculating after these two draft picks.
I imagine he's looking over his shoulders. He's got to. I mean,
Granted, his numbers last year did improve upon the ones the year before, but he also had quite a bit of drops too. So he's not the fucking shoe-in. Now he's the favorite, but that's going to be a major thing that he's going to have to fucking prove to everybody that he can step up to be that number one guy. Or, as you see, there's multiple guys on this roster that are going to fight for it.
Well,
and hello there, Yoli.
You got to figure too. There's a few contracts, coming up next year. Some of them they got to show up. Like Dobbs, Watson, when he gets back, he's got to ball out. They want to hire that second contract. At least get a bigger contract. They got to ball out. You know what I mean? And they know it.
Yep.
And then you got like Flick. You got Flick. Golden's looking good in camp right now. He's looking really good. And then so that Savion too, he's looking good. I guess that guy can. I mean, he can turn on a dime, everything for a big dude like him. It's like,
Nick's a girl.
I can't wait. I'm more anxious to see Savion than I am Golden, tell you the truth. I think Savion can have a bigger career than Golden even.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was going to say Savion, he could be kind of like that Debo for us, but Golden seems more like a wide receiver that we're going to use more frequently. I think Savion's just going to be there for when LaFleur wants to get cute and run some of his gadget plays.
What I think, what I'll probably do is switch out between Savion, Golden, and on the outside, and then keep Reed and Wicks and all that on the inside. And
hey, you're older than us. Congrats. So young born.
You want to know what your Packers receiving room has a problem with?
What?
Did you guys you guys hired Rudy Gobert to be your wide receivers coach, to be the hands guy for you guys. That's your problem. You hired Rudy Gobert.
We'll find out this year. If he doesn't, if they do have more jobs this year, I'm pretty sure he's gone.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to say, you saw from that defensive line coach that we ousted pretty much as soon as we could. We have no problem kicking dudes off the squad.
I'm sorry. He should be gone now. Why is he still here?
Yeah. Well, see, I've been hearing that the Packers actually they went backwards last year. How did they go backwards? Actually, they got better last year. They actually got better last year. People would say, "Oh, you went backwards." No, we didn't. We actually got better. We actually won a few more games. Okay. In 2023, our total defense was 11. Guess what? In 2024, it was 5th. That's a big jump.
Yeah, but our offense also went backwards too.
Our passing stayed the same. 12 in 23, 12 in 24. So that didn't go anywhere. But our rushing went from like 28th to 5th.
Oh yeah, that is
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what happens when you have a running back that wasn't taking a nap 3/4 of the season.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely loved Aaron Jones and all, but that guy couldn't stay healthy for us.
But what boils down to is it came down to the receivers dropping those balls.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit on the offensive line. And this offseason, I think we took care of that. I think what's going to help with Musgrave coming back healthy now, actually, and plus getting the 2 receivers we just picked up. Plus, that pretty much some of those guys. Hey, that's kind of put up or shut up now if you want their second contract. I'm kind of looking forward for this offense. To tell you the truth, these receivers.
If I were you guys, I would do the Kansas City Chiefs thing and use Tucker Kraft as your Travis Kelce. And I feel like if you were to use him more like that, I feel like your other receivers will do better because it'll take a lot of the attention off of them.
Hey, Colin, I got one question. Can you read minds?
Maybe. I don't know.
I was going to say, because you've been saying the exact same thing I've been advocating for this whole fucking offseason.
I mean, he's your most sure-handed receiver you have. Like,
he was our best receiver. He was our
Yeah.
best receiver last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm like the rest of your stone-hand receivers. He actually caught the ball. So
I don't have a problem with him becoming the new Kelce 2.0. That's good with me. I'm good with that. I'm way good with that. But I want to see my look. I had a high hope for Dobbs last year. Dobbs was good, that I think regressed. Regardless, hey, what's up, A-Dub? Regardless of whether it was an injury or whatever, I think he was the guy and Wicks even. I mean. But I more thought Dobbs was going to be our number one. I really went out on a limb and said I think Dobbs going to step up, and
he still could be. He still could be.
I agree. I think he still can be, but it was just very disappointing. I mean, to see.
Actually, tell you the truth, even with those drops, he had a pretty damn good year, man. Tell you the truth.
I think,
bro, the catch he made at the back of the end zone on the Bear game.
Holy! I think that Wicks has the highest potential. Wicks has the tools to be number one. The problem is his highs are high, but his lows are so fucking low. That
he drops touchdowns. He drops touchdowns.
Eric, just turn yourself in. I heard you please in the background. Just turn yourself in.
What's he? Hey.
Whoa.
Now, take this with an ultra grain of salt. But as we saw from these OTAs, Wicks is apparently catching everything coming his way.
Yeah.
Right now.
He caught a bomb.
I'm trying to find the silver lining here with the fucking guy.
I mean, Van Ness was bulldozing people in OTAs last year too, and he fucking sucks. So.
That might have been Van Ness's problem.
Nick, I'm with you. I want to see it on the field. They can talk shit all they want in OTAs and everything. We hear it every year. We hear it all the time.
The person that convinced me that the OT. Go ahead, John.
I'm sorry. Gomez made a post about fucking about JJ Carter fucking lighting up the fucking defense and fucking like, well, you guys do got one of the worst fucking secondaries in the fucking league, though. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
The person that really got me convinced that OTAs and training camp, like as much as they matter to the development, it doesn't matter for this season. Like it was Aaron Rodgers when he'd throw all those interceptions, and he'd make the DBs look better than they actually were. And Darnell Savage had 3 interceptions in today's practice, and he didn't have 3 interceptions all fucking year. You know, like well, it was really in the Aaron Rodgers era that I was like, OTAs. I'm not convinced until it happens.
Well, see, I think the quarterbacks they take risks. They're like, let's see if I can get in there. You know what I mean? It's practice, you know. But
yeah, practice.
Well, I didn't mean that Aaron Rodgers throwing the interceptions is what did it. What I meant was the people that he threw the interceptions to. They would report, they had a bunch of interceptions in OTAs and all. It's like, dude, Rodgers is trying to throw passes that might get picked off.
Yeah. I was going to say, how many years in a row did we hear about all the interceptions Kane was fucking getting in fucking practice and training camp? Yeah. For him to come up to a boatload of nothing pretty much.
Well, that's different. King's the GOAT.
It was.
I mean, how do you hone and sharpen your laser focus? I mean, you got to try. That's what practices are for. That's what OTAs are for.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think OTA is more bonding, more getting a more than
yes, but that shit's supposed to carry over into the season, and sometimes it don't.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Jordan Morgan is supposed to compete with Rasheed Walker for left tackle now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much I like the idea of that, but
here's another OTA buzzer, but it's like they said that he's actually pretty good at left tackle. They've been trying it out.
Yeah. Well, he
didn't look good at left tackle last year. I'll fucking say that.
Well, he played right tackle last year, and he was pretty bad at it.
Well, let's be clear about something. Rasheed Walker's in his final year, so of course he needs competition to ensure that he's not just good enough for the left tackle position, but he's more than good enough to where we should be wanting to extend him next to Zach Tom.
Yeah, he wasn't. So when I said that, what I meant was in OTAs and training camp and all that shit, he was started out at right tackle, and then they moved him to right guard because apparently his arms are really short, and he's like kind of a stout guy.
I was gonna say I don't remember him being at right tackle because
he never actually played in a game at right tackle, but they started him there last year, and he was really bad.
A lot of people around know it. Like they had Monk at center, then they moved Sean Ryan at center. They've been going back and forth because Jenkins is kind of a holdout right now.
Yep.
Yeah, if we didn't have to rely on Rasheed Walker, it's not like a bad thing. It's just not like it's not the same thing as having Jenkins at left guard. It's not a for sure thing with that guy.
Did he have a sophomore slump? Because I mean, his first year he looked great, but last year he was up and down.
I don't know. They swear that he could be an all-pro fucking center. That's what they're talking. That's what they're saying.
Of course he can.
Jenkins.
Okay, yeah, but I thought talking about Rasheed Wallace. I thought we were talking about Wallace.
But he's also a top 3 guard in the entire league, and it's hard to just give that up.
But center's a really important position, man. I like to get him there.
Yeah,
we got Morgan, we got Walker.
That's the way I want Morgan out there at left guard. Taking Jenkins' old spot. What you gonna say, Dub?
Yeah, but I look at it like this. For them to be moving Jenkins to that position has to be a matter of him extending his career as far as longevity in the league. Like, as you play the center position, you won't be doing as much as you did at the guard spot.
That may be true. I actually think the Packers are financially doing that as well because if he's a center, he's one of the highest paid centers in the entire league. If he's a guard, he's not. So it could be a contractual thing as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he has any guaranteed money right now.
I wanted to say I liked Rasheed Walker better when he was on the Portland Trailblazers. I'm just saying. I liked him better when I liked him with the Pistons. I was a bigger fan of him there.
Yeah.
Well, Rasheed Wallace was definitely a great player. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about Rasheed Walker as long as
and also to double back on what y'all was saying about the receivers, I'm more convinced of the idea that Romeo Doubs won't be any more than a complimentary receiver when it comes to his play and his stats that he can put together. Like at best, he can be a 2 or 3 next to anybody else on the field as far as who you trust as a receiver number one. And I'm thinking that position is going to be better covered by Jayden Reed since he's the more productive one out there.
Oh, I agree.
Depends what game you're talking about. He did absolutely fucking nothing for like 6 games.
See what this does actually for LaFleur.
They gave him like 2-3 touches some of those games.
See, LaFleur treats this fucking offense like a fucking basketball fucking team. You know what I mean? It all depends what defense he's going against, what team, what defense, and what players are getting the board. You know what I mean? This guy fits better. You know, it's a match, chess match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as you say that pretty much sums up how those receivers are going to be productive. Like every game, like most games, one of our receivers are going to be the most productive and best one, depending on the defense they go up against. Like Christian Watson, when it comes to those zone and zone coverages out there, Watson would be more suitable to have a big game against those kind of defenses. But a man, maybe Dobbs and them other guys who can create separation like Wicks and Reed, when you got man coverages of sorts, those two can be the most dependable to have a big game for you.
Well, I know who's not.
I agree.
I know who's not going to be our number one, no matter what.
I really think Kraft's going to have a big year, to tell you the truth. I really do. I think Kraft's going to have a big year.
Fucking bum Golden ain't going to be number one.
Stop.
Bro, have you guys seen this guy Williams? He actually could be a number one at some point.
Bro, I don't think either one of our rookies is going to be like.
I'm not playing. Go look at the footage that they're sending from practice about Williams.
Savion Williams. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I said you might have a better career than Golden.
So are we going to be saying Lloyd who? Are we going to say Lloyd who? Who? Lloyd who? Are we going to be saying that, or is Williams going to take his spot? I don't know, guys. There's only so many running back spots.
He's a receiver, though.
I think if you have too many receivers, though,
but he's not. He's a running back.
Savion Williams from TCU. I thought he was a wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver.
He's a decoy.
He's a gadget man. He's a gadget man. He can play quarterback if you want him to.
He was drafted as a running back, guys. I mean, that's all he's doing.
If anything,
TCU.
Huh?
So if anything to be said about Savion Williams, when it comes to his play, his position may as well be like a Taysom Hill. Rather, he's going to be the Swiss Army knife of our offense.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, okay. Now you're saying he's a quarterback?
He can be. He played quarterback in high school.
My point is, if you have so many receivers, like you can have a lot of talent. When you have so many receivers, I think it's hard to really find a true number 1-2 guy because you're like, okay, I'm going to give it to Jayden one day. Oh, I'm going to give it to Watson one day. Oh, I'm going to give it to Dobbs one day. Like at a certain point, you kind of have to put your foot in the ground and be like, here's my 2-3 guys, and here's Kraft, and let's roll.
Well, why you got to do that for?
Well, you got to develop. You have to develop chemistry with your quarterback, though.
Yeah.
If he's going out there, he's trying to throw to different guys. How is he going to have any chemistry?
Look, all right, John, I'm going to say this to you about that. The first year, it seemed like he had chemistry with all of them, and the second year, it didn't. I don't care what anybody says. Our offense never got as high as we did the first year Jordan Love was in there. In year 2, they never reached that level. Maybe in the Saints game where we won at a 40 burger on a 40-0. But I mean, that might be the only game, bro. And I thought that was at a good time having that game because it carried us right into the, But then we lost 3 in a row. So that was our last win.
It all boils down to our passing game. It does. I
agree 100%. And I'm hoping that they get it right this year. 1 year good, 1 year, let's make it work.
See, like what Kyle said earlier in the show about our wide receiver coach, I was expecting a new one this year. I was expecting. Definitely was expecting. Because we got our defensive line coach. I was expecting the same time. All these drops, like, why didn't we get one?
Yes.
I was going to say he might have got a little extra grace period from the first year.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of how much the receivers stepped up the first year there. And granted, they took a massive step back last year with the drops, but I think that gave them a little bit of grace period.
See, one thing too about it is like injuries in our wide receiver room. At least we got.
I'm sure they took a step back with the drops, but I think the production in itself, that part of their game, I think didn't fall off too much. Like Jaden Reed's production from year 1 to year 2 did not fall off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his numbers actually increased a little bit.
I mean, okay, you guys see about number one receiver. Okay, what happens? Okay, let's see with Detroit. Okay, he goes down. St. Brown goes down. Then they got J-Mo and whatever behind him. When VAR goes down, we got a bunch to cover it. You know what I mean? We don't miss a beat. We never did before. You know what I mean? When a play goes down, we don't really miss a beat. The only thing is Watson. Watson maybe it might be a difference, but
well, now that we got Golden on the team, I don't think it matters all that much about Watson if he goes down or if we end up moving on from him. Because
I'm just saying he can overcome injury on wide receiver part better than other teams. That's all I'm saying.
It's not. We didn't get Golden for Watson. That's why we have Williams, man.
I'm telling you guys.
Jordan Love seems to think that might be part of the reason because completely unprompted, he was talking about how good Golden was and how insanely fast this kid is.
He cuts good. He fucking does everything good, man.
I mean, I expect Golden's going to take someone's spot, but you're saying Davion Williams is considered a wide receiver?
They're going to ease him in, man. Don't expect him.
So now we got to drop a third wide receiver. Who's the third? Nick, you got some background noise, bro. Who's going to give us who's going to be the third guy cut?
What is our receivers?
Yeah.
We're probably going to lose Heath, and it wouldn't surprise me if Bo Melton ends up getting cut too, just because of the number game.
Oh,
yeah. When it comes down to the receivers that we may keep, the one thing that I think McCole Hardman's gonna, the one thing that may,
about him.
Yeah,
when it comes to McCole Hardman, the one thing that's going to keep him on the roster is special team ability. That's the one reason. That's the one reason he gets the spot.
Yeah, but he's been in Super Bowls before. He's been in big games. He knows the pressures. I would keep him on a team just for that. You know what I mean? In bigger games.
Brady Papinga was in the Super Bowl too. I don't want him on.
But I'm just saying. He's got speed and rounds.
Fair point, Nick.
I was going to say, how about McCole Hardman's tenure with the Jets there? That's what doesn't leave me too confident in him. Now,
if they try him out and he can catch the ball and he starts doing shit, I'll be convinced. But as of right now, I think it's only a special teams move, and that's it.
Yeah. It's cheap. He's cheap, so it's not like, you know.
I get it. But I'm just saying, it's all these extra spots. We brought all these extra guys in. I mean,
we just signed another receiver yesterday, I think.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, and I know some
6'2", fucking runs a 440 something, big old fucking must be pretty good hands and shit. And
guys that are 6'2" are huge.
Sam Brown is who it was.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, right now our wide receiver number one is Tucker Kraft, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, facts.
Well, that's the point I'm trying to make is developing like a couple of guys and just having them be the guys. Because if you can get a guy that actually is the guy every time, the other receivers are going to benefit from that because they're going to throw double coverage on a proven commodity, as opposed to just throwing a bunch of guys out there like, I don't know who to cover. So that's what I'm saying. Like with the Vikings, they have Jefferson and Addison and Hawkinson. Like, you know what you're getting out of them.
Yeah.
And now they drafted a guy like Ty Felton, and they've signed Rondale Moore. Like, they've got those guys, but those guys are not guys that you're going to be thinking about. The whole point is just establishing Jaden Reed's my number one or Dobbs is my number one. Like, getting those guys and getting them the touches consistently to keep the other defenses on par.
That's part of the problem there, Colin, is the consistency.
Yeah.
As we've tried putting guys in at the number one spot, and sometimes they do all right, but sometimes they be god awful and drop everything thrown at them.
But is that really what we do? Because I mean, I kind of agree with what John says. We play like he coaches like it's a basketball team.
Yeah.
He plays for the matchups.
I wonder if some of that has to do with Aaron Rodgers playing hero ball with Devontae, and he doesn't want to see that shit happen again.
Well, he can scheme up more.
That could be the case right there, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Because I spoke very highly on that before. Like the one thing I'm sure that nobody wants to see happen with Jordan Love is him developing tunnel vision for one receiver like Rodgers did for Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the 23 our receivers, remember when you see one guy open, it was actually not one guy, it was like 2 or 3 guys open.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, he could have thrown any of those guys. You didn't see that last year. We didn't see it.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. And think about this. Last season, I recall we were second ranked in the NFL when it came to those deep ball shots from Jordan Love. Like he was second in the league when it came to those deep ball plays, and I'm sure that's what we drafted those receivers for, and for those deep ball plays to be more successful. Like Jordan Love, if Jordan Love's going to be that aggressive going after the big play, he needs to have that big play target. Get out there who is consistent.
Yeah, that's why I think that they had.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said I think that's why they've put more of an emphasis on speed at receiver the past couple of years, because they know Jordan Love's got a live arm and he likes to read the defense from the top down. Yeah. So that might be what it is they're trying to play more to the way Love wants to play the game.
On Kurt Banker's
Now, my
Instagram,
question was, when you said that Jordan Love was second in the NFL in deep ball throws, was that just attempts or was that actual completions?
he was actually second in deep ball completions and yards.
Yeah, I was going to say, Love's got a pretty decent deep ball.
I don't know.
Deep ball attempts.
I know he had the fastest ball. I don't know about they tip everybody.
On Kurt Banker's
versus
on Kurt Banker's Instagram page, he was showing a bunch of videos of the deep balls that he was throwing, and there was at least half of those that didn't connect. It really wasn't Jordan Love. He was explaining how he's pinpointing it. The receivers are not running. First of all, they're not running the right route 90% of the fucking time. It's kind of crazy. So instead of just doing a deep flag, they're doing like what they call a Z route, and he's trying to throw it to his back, his side shoulder type, and the guy's not even looking in the right direction where the ball's going. So it just kind of gets lost in the air. Yeah. But that doesn't change the fact that Jordan Love likes to throw it the deep ball in double coverage too. Hate that shit.
Yeah, it's every night.
I don't mind double coverage shit, but when you're getting triple coverage or when it's double coverage to where they're pretty much right on top of the fucking guy, that's the one I can't fucking stand.
Or playing hero ball.
He did that He did that against the Vikings when you guys were coming back in that game. He threw a ball into like triple coverage to some guy, and Gilmore picked it off. I was like, what is he throwing the ball there for? Like, you're moving the ball. Like, there's really an unnecessary throw.
I think he thinks he's Brett Favre, and he can zing that fucker in there. That's what I think that sometimes he thinks he can do. He does have a zing. That motherfucker has an arm on him, man.
That I think is part of his problem with his short and intermediate throws is that he likes to rocket it in there on every single one. When sometimes, hey, dude, just kind of
learn how to feather it. How to feather it.
I mean, Rodgers used to do that shit. He want the home run ball instead of the easy pass way too often.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'll give Rodgers credit, though. He knew how to throw it into coverage and get a pass interference call, though. He definitely had a good touch of doing that. I'll give him credit for that.
And he's good at getting people offsides, too. You learn that from Rodgers.
Offsides and pass interference. He could draw people off, and then he'd get a pass interference call on a deep ball, and you get first and goal. Like, he was very good at that.
I mean, especially gets a blitz. He's really good at picking up the blitzes. He's good. He's really good. Well, you only got sacked 10 times.
Only
10 times. Fucking beat Goff. He was 33 times. Or be like Cat Williams, was it 70 sometimes or something like that? 68?
69 or 70.
Jared Statue?
Well,
yeah.
And when it comes to Jordan Love being sacked that very few times, it's only a testament to him having been better when it comes to pocket awareness, when it comes to recognizing and feeling where the blitz or the pressure is coming from. And it's also a testament to Green Bay having a good enough O-line to protect him.
And you could also say he's soft as hell. If he's only been sacked 10 times, how come he was injured so damn much? Soft.
Well, I think a lot of that comes from him getting his nutsack split in the first game.
Yeah,
no, I know. Look, bro, I'm just teasing. I'm just saying, he missed 3 games, bro, for injuries. So
I blame it on that field fucking in first game.
He does something that a lot of teams wish their quarterback would do, and that's move up in the pocket. He climbs the ladder, and a lot of I'm no joke. Go watch Caleb Williams sacks. They're blaming the offensive line the whole fucking time, dude. Be real. He's running into the defenders at times.
Yeah. Or
and not to mention
yard drop or something,
and not to mention, Caleb Williams has the same habit that Justin Fields once had, which is holding the ball longer than he's supposed to.
Right.
Yeah,
I would weigh in with your team's strength, which is your run game, Tucker Kraft. Like I think that's going to open things up way more for your receivers. You've got a good offensive line. Josh Jacobs is a hell of a running back, and Kraft knows how to, like, if you do a play action with Jacobs and throw it to Kraft, it's going to be there every time. Like, if you could build your offense around that, I think that's going to open up way more stuff to the receivers.
I think that's 100%. Yeah, I think that's 100% what we're doing is trying to focus on this run game here with the moves that we made for this offensive line, especially with that bank signing, who's a fucking road grader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely geared for the run.
And that was the strength of your team last year, so
yeah.
I don't know.
And then Lloyd coming back.
Who?
Yeah. But then if anybody paid attention to PFF, we weren't that great when it came to the run block grade. I'm sure Green Bay made moves on the O-line to improve that area, which is the run blocking.
Run blocking?
Just so Josh Jacobs doesn't have to break so many tackles on his runs.
Yeah, and you can save for a little farther down the field.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I think that's why they're moving Jenkins and yeah.
Bro, I mean, instead of busting through the line, he just had to scoot through the line because it's open.
Yeah.
And speaking of blocking, we got. Did you hear the tight end? That's pretty much all he does now is blocking Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
We're seeing that he thinks his time in Green Bay came to an end a little too soon, and it really seems like he's trying to angle to get back onto the team.
Him and LaFleur actually FaceTime each other not too long ago and have talks, but I think Goody shut it down though.
We've got too many fucking young, hungry guys in that tight end room.
Bro, we go from the youngest team to the third oldest. Put that fucker on the team.
I think we got too many because we got too many fucking receivers, dude. You know what I mean? I think we're only going to keep 3 receivers. I mean, three tight ends. Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing. It wouldn't shock me if we run a little thin at tight end this year. We just got to hope that fucking giraffe legs can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Man, if I'll take look, he would be a great coach. Make him a coach.
Well, you can use Reed Williams fucking for a tight end if you have to.
Yeah, he wants to play one more year. I forgot what the hell the reason was. Like he was going to break some type of record or something like that, and then that's gonna be the end of his career. He pretty much said he wants to play 1 year and that's it.
Yep. He'll play for the fucking league minimum. You know that.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he can give advice because he's the only one who played with Antonio Gates. So.
And he's still can block. He's still one of the best blockers.
Holy shit, dude! Right? Wow, he's old.
Oh yeah, shit. He's got damn good hands. He can't run no more, but if you got a little fucking 2 to 5 yard pass, he's definitely your guy.
Great.
Maybe he can be your receivers coach. He can teach all your receivers to catch the ball.
That's what I said.
Believe me, I wish he could embark his catching on our fucking receivers. then you wouldn't have to worry about 11 passes dropped in the end zone.
Yeah.
Your receivers couldn't catch chlamydia from a tie hooker. So you guys just really
with a handful of money, bro, they couldn't catch it.
No, absolutely not.
Man, you know a little something about that, Colin?
I'm not going to comment. Anyway, I have no comment on the matter. I'm very disappointed that you all actually thought you could bring that up. Okay.
Yeah. See, Eric's confused. He has absolutely no idea what the hell we're talking about right now.
No, I'm just chilling. I'm just vibing. What's up?
From having sex. Just letting you know.
Hey, Eric, how many days till kickoff?
97.
Are you sure?
It's weird.
I'm positive.
No,
what'd you say, Mick?
Calendar and everything all set up.
You would think a Giants fan would have how many days are left until the draft.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Get it? Because you guys.
So when does the Arch?
I'm not even a Giants fan. You know that.
What'd you say, Colin?
I said, so when does the Arch Manning sweepstakes start for you, Eric, for your Giants? When are you starting it now?
I thought the Saints was getting them.
That's where I'm thinking he's going.
No, the Saints are getting them. It's just a question of whether you guys are under the illusion that you're going to get them. That's
no.
What if
we're not.
Gets them?
What if who gets them?
As it's been said, it's who's gonna march for Arch.
So when do you think the Vikings are going to go trade for Ramsey? He was really helping the Vikings.
They have to do it after June 5th because I guess there's some salary cap implications. Like if he gets cut or something like that, I think Miami has to eat a $10 million cap hit. Okay. But I mean, I would go after him. I mean, I'd trade a third for Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
I would.
I mean,
you guys need him. I'll tell you the truth.
If we got Jair back, then I don't give a shit about Ramsey on our team. To be honest,
Jair's in OTAs, bro. Let's go.
Right, you imagine
we weren't talking about Jalen Ramsey going to the Packers. We're talking about him going to the Vikings. Stop it, you.
Yeah.
You imagine Ramsey and Alexander on each side. Oh, Jesus.
Do you really want to waste a third on a 1-year rental?
What?
I mean, it depends on what their expectation is for the season. I mean, right now we don't necessarily have a true proven number one type corner. So, I mean, we had this problem last year when Mekhi Blackman went down. They went and signed Stephon Gilmore. They signed Shaq Griffin. We have a similar, not really a problem, but they've got. They got Rodgers, they got Murphy, but I don't feel like they do have a third.
I think giving up a third would be a problem because, for one, you guys don't even know if you have a quarterback that can win games yet. You have no clue what this season entails.
Yeah, but
I know. But I mean, that was my point. I kind of want to have an idea what they think the trajectory of the team is because they spent a lot of money on like Ryan Kelly and Fries and Jonathan Allen, Hargrave. Like they put their money where their mouth was in trying to fix their problems. So what are they going to do?
The Lions give away 3 like it's nothing, though. You can have a 3. You can have a 3. They don't give a shit about 3.
We've seen the Vikings do some heavy-duty shopping as far as signing 19 different free agents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have a lot of picks. They only had when they started the draft, they only had 4 picks. Like next year, I mean the whole thing about the 3rd round pick to me is we're getting a compensatory pick for Daniel Jones in the next draft. We signed him for 1 game, and we got a 3rd round compensatory pick coming to us next draft. We spent $300,000.
A 3rd rounder is very valuable, though. I find
it is, but I'm saying we have 2 now. That's what I'm saying. Like to get Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, but I'm
want
fine
both with those. Maybe trading that compensatory pick.
I think teams that should go that route would be like the Lions for one, or maybe the Eagles. Now that they got rid of,
they probably can't afford
it. The Lions signed DJ Reed though. They already have a corner. They've already got Reed.
No, they don't. Those guys are terrible. Their corners are awful.
DJ Reed?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like DJ Reed.
Yeah. And Terrion Arnold, he is a bum.
Penalty heaven, man. That's all I got to get.
Yeah, but Reed, when he was playing with the Jets, he was pretty decent over there.
He wasn't bad, but penalties. He gets penalties all the time. I mean,
bro, they got a guy. They got a guy that got the Jets got rid of. Like, come on, bro.
And Arnold, he was the second guy.
Good defense. What was the strength of their team was their defense. The reason why their Jets D, I feel like, took a pretty big nosedive at the end of the year was because their coach was their defensive coordinator and coach. Like, the minute he left, the defense took a shit.
And
so
Davis
it didn't mean that they didn't have talent. They just didn't have any direction.
I personally don't like Reed that much, but I mean, I guess I just
Arnold's messy. I think Arnold's really bad.
Yeah, I'm not sold on their corners. Like, I could see it making sense that the Lions go for Jalen Ramsey for a 1 year.
And the more I think about Terrion Arnold, the more I think about how funny is it that it wasn't that long ago that the Lions had to jump ahead of us just to draft him before we did, and we end up getting Jordan Morgan. And I still carry that image about a Lions fan laughing in the face of a Packers fan when we made that pick. I'm thinking like,
our 7th round fucking draft pick's better than him.
Yeah, I'd rather have Carrington Valentine.
Oh shit, yeah. Yep. He's got more interceptions, everything.
Costs less money too.
Yeah, it costs a lot less money.
Exactly. Yeah, he's actually been really good for us.
Oh yeah, and it seems like they're going to be featured heavily in that corner.
Here's the more amusing case. We got 7 different corners that there are 3 7-round picks that we got at corner that we have now. Along with Carrington Valentine, now you have Micah Robinson along with Kalen King.
Yeah, Kalen King's one I want to see make it to the active roster this time.
He was.
I don't know if he's really good starting lineup just yet, but hey, if he's on the active roster, I'll take that as a step in the right direction for him.
I think Nate Hobbs was drafted in the 2nd round, wasn't he?
I like him.
Oh yeah, Hobbs is.
I think the Raiders drafted him pretty high.
I like, especially in the inside. I like him.
I thought it was the Patriots that drafted Hobbs.
But
no, it was the Raiders. Wasn't it?
I think that was Ellis Hobbs.
Like
we're talking about Nate Hobbs.
Before Alexander got hurt, we were getting fucking coverage sacks, man. We were getting a lot of sacks beginning of the season. And once Alexander got hurt, then our sacks started going down.
Bro, the second Alexander got hurt, everything got worse.
Not really. Our defense got better.
Look at the games where he played compared to the games that he didn't play. It's clear as day that we are better with him.
They gave up 1 touchdown and hit 5 picks.
You could say that once Alexander went down, our pass defense was taking somewhat of a nosedive.
And what's crazy is we still had, I believe, the 5th ranked passing defense, right? I think we were 5th in pass rush.
Okay, in defense right
no, it couldn't have been that.
23rd, we were 17th. Last year, we were 6th. That's total defense.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Pass defense, we got worse. 9th, we went down to 13th. But our rushing defense went from 28th to 7th.
Yeah. And here's the deal. We wanted to have ourselves a top 10 defense before we went into the playoffs. Like, we were top 10 in both sides of the ball and still couldn't win.
I think Alexander coming back.
We went from 9th to 13th.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit. I think that was a part of the reason why, Rashawn Gary wasn't getting home as much as we expected him to. He would be a half a step away from that sack, and that ball would be out of there.
Okay.
And with Alexander being gone, that might be that half a step to get him that sack.
It was like week 5, wasn't it, when Gary got his first sack?
Well, here's something else you can think about that was helpful.
It was, bro.
Something else you can think about that is helpful for our defense. Look at the big jump we took as far as where we ranked before in turnovers.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, but that was mainly due to one guy. One guy on our team had more than half.
Valentine had a couple. Valentine had a couple. there's daughter.
Xavier McKinney had more than half of our interceptions by himself.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. That stretch where it was McKinney had 5, where Jair was in there, he had 5 interceptions and only gave up.
Alexander had a couple too before he went out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. I'm just saying with Alexander out there with Xavier, that's the kind of that's how Xavier's game was.
Okay. All the games that we lost this offseason,
holy fuck.
Actually, is there one person that you really give a fuck that duck? Not one. The only thing you can think of Slayton maybe, but that Tim, I'm not like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, actually, we upgraded every person that left. We actually upgraded.
Yeah, I think
Nixon got cut.
Gonna hurt a little bit.
Who?
The TJ Slayton, him moving on.
Yeah, well, see what happens with that.
He was.
But that gives Wooden, that gives other guys more opportunity.
If we lost Keyshawn Nixon, I would not be sad. If he got cut, I'd be like, whatever. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to get upset if he's out, but I mean,
I think he's better inside. People say he's good outside. I don't think he is. I think
he's living off of that interception against the Chiefs 2 years ago. He's fucking living off of that.
He's our fucking special teams little puppet. That's what it is.
As much as we could crap on Keyshawn, he did have one spot. He did at least get one interception, and that was against the Lions.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm a Kings fan, and if you guys don't have Keyshawn Nixon, I'm not as afraid of you. That guy on special teams that's a valuable player for you guys on special teams.
He actually was a hindrance last year on special teams.
He even went on record to say he didn't want to do it last year.
Because I think once we switched to that dynamic kickoff shit there, that he was like a fish out of water a bit.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
He is amazing on special teams. He really is. But last year he had fumbles at the worst. I might as well call him Aaron Jones because he fumbled at the worst time.
Yeah, he fumbled at the worst time. It
was. I want to see Golden. I want to see Golden fucking.
You're right.
I don't want to see
Nick,
Golden.
That's a spot on comparison.
No, leave McCole Hardman out there.
Okay, there you go.
Let him take those high.
Get Amari Rodgers back.
Oh God. No.
Amari Rodgers.
Stop. Just stop.
I mean, Amari Rodgers is better than Matthew Golden.
Oh my Lord.
Nick, what did we tell you about bringing up that name?
We're gonna have you piss in a cup now.
Oh my God, dude!
Bring back Amari Carroll.
Oh,
maybe we bring Randall Cobb back, and he can be our punt returner.
You know who Golden reminds me of? Golden reminds me of Javon Walker.
Yeah. Oh.
That's just disrespectful. That is just disrespectful.
Not even Robert Ferguson, but Javon
Walker. Before you judge, let him at least give a try, will you, man? Jesus fuck.
Hey, Rob, could you take your advice with Marshawn Lloyd?
I did, bro. I keep saying who because I ain't seen him. You guys, have you seen him? Tell me who's seen him on the field at all for the back?
You did it to Bo Melton for 2 years now,
bro. Is he on the field? Show me.
When Bo Melton's on the field, he catches the ball.
Show me something. You can't. None of you can. And I'm not.
I really like Marshawn when he was playing for the Seattle Seahawks and he was running wild against the Saints. I loved Marshawn there. He was great.
Yeah.
He likes Skittle too, right? Is that the same guy you're talking about?
No. Wrong.
Okay.
That's
sorry,
Marshawn Lynch.
Wrong Marshawn, my bad.
Hey, Collins. Hey, Collins, a secret. We got the best pick in the draft last year. His name's Marshawn Lloyd. But I ain't never seen him take a snap. How the fuck is that?
I guess you got us all fooled with that one then.
Kind of reminds me of Kylan. Kind of reminds me of Kylan Hill.
Oh yeah, he had a hell of a lot of promise until he got injured.
Yeah, his preseason was immaculate, and then he got hurt.
Yep. Never.
I think you should bring back Darnell Savage too. Yeah. No, I liked him.
I like him better than HaHa Clinton Dix. So I mean, I'm not he's like.
Hey, don't mess. I live in Florida. Don't mess with Hasheen, okay? Don't mess with Hasheen.
If we're going to talk about bringing anyone else back, maybe we should have considered bringing Adrian Amos back since he wanted to get back in the game.
I would take him back. No,
not anymore.
Yeah.
Now, really, you should bring back to get some of the younger.
All right. So how about we just bring back what's his name? dude from the Bills. We traded to the Bills.
Well, I really think you guys really need to get the younger crowd in. I think you need to bring back Mark Shimura. I think you need to welcome him back into the community. Just bring him back,
No, bro. We don't have enough hot tub space for that guy.
Bakhtiari's out there, too. You got to get Bakhtiari back. And
no hot tub space.
You guys can bring back Shimura, and we'll bring back Bryant McKinney and Fred Smoot and put them on a boat together. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with that?
I was going to say you might as well bring back
maybe the Vikings can try to get a reunion done with Zadarius Smith if he ain't going back to Detroit.
Maybe Larry McCarron can block for us. Maybe he can bend the finger back.
Zadarius is going to the Bears. Come on now. And then Marcus Davenport will be there, and it'll complete the trifecta, the quintuplet of all the teams in the NFC North. It'll be perfect.
Hey, Davenport's never been on this roster.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything, so let's just see how it turns out.
Oh, no.
And he never will.
Yep. You're going to get to him being on the roster.
Harper and Longwell if you want to. I mean,
we don't want that trash.
Harper and Longwell.
Holmes has a fetish for Davenport. I don't know.
He's
injured. He had that one go
off. All right, but given where Green Bay stands with their edge rusher room right now, I don't see a place where we're bringing Davenport here.
Yep.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't chance it. It could happen.
No.
I'll take Mosby over him.
I think there's a clause. Goody's got a clause. There's a no doubt.
All right, see, I got more trust to see Brenton Cox Jr. take a leap forward before I deal with Davenport.
Mm-hmm. And according to somebody from the Packers organization, I don't remember who they were referencing when they said it, but that was part of the reason why we didn't go heavy in free agency at pass rusher. Is because
they believe Brenton Cox Jr. can take a step forward. That's what I'm sure of.
Speaking of Marcus Davenport, look who's joined the chat.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh, who let this guy in?
What's up, Chad? What's up, bud?
My prison sentence went up 7 days. Like, 2 hours.
You got reported again?
No, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not fucking making this shit up, and I know exactly who did it.
All right. Talk about it later.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll handle it after the show.
Dude, it's done, dude. I'm in prison for like.
All right.
We'll handle it after the show.
But hey, go Pack, go!
Hey,
I knew it.
We're converting.
I knew it. I got proof.
That's
that one.
You're never getting that from me. You're never getting that from me.
Find time for somebody to make that transition.
I think I'm rooting for the Packers of the Bears and the Vikings for a change. I used to root.
I told you, blind fans are bandwagon fans.
Now you can see.
Yeah, Chad. I don't ever want to hear you say anything about me ever again.
Yeah, now you can feel what a winner feels like, bro.
I know, man. It's the way when the Lions, when the windows closed, man, I got the Packers, man.
God, I knew you were a fraud. I knew it all along.
I knew he was a fraud.
They got a background like mine.
So I guess is no longer are you embracing one pride that you want to embrace. You want to ditch one pride and embrace the cheese now. Okay.
He's on board. What's your favorite kind
of
cheese?
You gotta understand this. He's trying to infiltrate your ranks right now. You gotta understand strategy right now. He's gonna try and offer you spaghetti sandwiches. He's gonna give you passes to go to hardcore pawn. This is just his way of trying to ingratiate himself in your community.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. If you switch those spaghetti sandwiches to the ones, you might have a deal.
I agree with you guys. I'm sick of losing.
You know what?
All right, listen.
I agree with you guys. I'd rather have Kevin White than Matthew Golden.
All I can say is this.
Oh my God, you're trashing Matthew Golden, really, dude?
Nick has a hard on for him for some reason.
Did you say Marshawn Lloyd?
Yeah.
No.
I heard
Give Golden a chance. Give him a chance.
Man, I'm giving Rob's bazingas that he's agreeing with all night tonight. He's like, damn, this is making sense.
I know, bro.
Nick hates half our fucking roster, put it that way.
No, he don't.
I think half is a pretty generous assessment.
Look,
bro,
Nick's just talking shit until he sees it, and then he's gonna shut up, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I told you guys. I told you."
No, I will never say that. You fucking liar.
I told you Golden good.
I would never say that.
You absolutely will.
The only one I told you guys about was Trey Lance. And he's the best quarterback in the league.
That right there should let us know everything we need to know about how Matthew Golden's going to be.
Hey, remember when I told you guys the Eagles would win the Super Bowl last year and you guys tried to make fun of me for it?
Hey,
so you got one right.
There you go. So, sometimes it's blind squirrel, not man.
No, you're talking about Lions.
I want to see video proof.
We're going to be good this year. 60 years later, they'll finally be good.
Proof. I want video proof.
I was 90. Yeah, I don't remember being there at the time that happened, and if I heard it, yeah. Well, I tell you what, if I heard anybody say that the Eagles would win the Super Bowl, I wouldn't have questioned it because I thought they were close.
So last year, before the season started, we were making our predictions, way too early predictions for Super Bowls, and I said, well, I chose the Cowboys the year before. I'm not going to do that again. And I was like, but you know what? That Eagles defense is still top fucking notch. It's still a top defense.
Nick, you said you chose the Cowboys a year before. You're disqualified.
Oh, I mean, the Cowboys were one of the best teams in the entire league that year.
There you go, Rob.
No. I'm sorry, but my attitude is when it comes to Cowboys, I will never choose them for anything, especially when it comes down to me seeing everything I need to see about knowing that Dak Prescott, that's one of the QBs you can never trust in the postseason.
Nope.
Just like Goff.
Yeah, but
other than
you can trust their cheerleaders. You know that, right?
Other than QB, running back, and safety, they have better players than we do. Well,
come on, admit it. There is one thing you can trust with the Dallas Cowboys, and that's their cheerleaders.
I trust them to find a good wide receiver, unlike fucking us.
Oh,
hey, I've had my experience with them already. Like, they try to accuse one of Green Bay's players of making a gesture that they didn't like at the last time we went to Dallas.
Mm-hmm. That was fake news, dude. That was fake.
I remember that. It was talking shit.
And it never went anywhere, did it?
My wife's a Cowboys fan. I give her a gesture twice a week.
They was just mad because we embarrassed them, bro. They was mad because we embarrassed them so badly.
Did this dude just say he married a Cowboy?
Yep.
And
Dallas,
you know, if we go to, I'm thinking once we go to Dallas again, I'm wondering, am I going to hear another Cowboys fan talk about asking, do we wish to trade them Jordan Love for Dak Prescott?
Yeah, I wouldn't take that trade if you personally paid me $10 million for it.
Clifford, maybe.
You like how straight Jordan Love's teeth are in that meme that you just
Hey, he just got a big contract. He was able to get veneers.
Yeah, or something. He's got a jacked up smile in real life.
No, you would too if you fucking hold that trophy.
It doesn't look like Dan Campbell or nothing, but it's got a lot of gaps.
Yeah, like, would you prefer Jordan Love with the fro, or do you want him keeping the dreads on him?
I'd say I like the fro.
Yep. Dreads.
Because at least with the fro, if he hits his head, he's got more cushion.
That doesn't work for you, huh, Nick? Baldy.
Doesn't work for Romeo Dobbs, apparently, either.
Oh, but we've unfortunately hit that time, everyone. We want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you guys that commented. Thanks everybody that hopped on the panel. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night. And as always, it's go, Pack, go.
Yeah, yo, it's game time. Ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your